Welcome to Where the Seed Falls. This is your host, Yaya, with the Rising Dandelion, and this is the podcast episode for We Wonder. Now, this is going to be a variety that we do for We Wonder because there is a lot of information that we wonder about out there. But one of the things that actually has called to me in a very big way now, it's calling me from 2018 since I've actually started, doing this in my readings, is actually helping in missing people cases. I used to do it before I started my business. And it was just one of the most fulfilling things that I've ever done in my life. Honestly, I really, really enjoyed it. So what I'm going to be providing here today is a reading to help assist in some way. Hopefully, it gets into the right hands, but I'm just sharing this case because I know nothing about it. I'm actually, this is the first case that I've selected. It's the first case that comes up on the unresolved cases on the FBI website. This one is going to be on Myra Lewis, who went missing March 1st, 2014, in Camden, Mississippi. I'll actually link this in the description if you have any whereabouts or know about her. I already have the cards shuffled. I haven't done any splits yet. I don't have an attachment for this microphone, so you'll see me picking it up back and forth as we do the reading. So give me a second here. Let me pull these cards apart. So, in this first split here, this is confirming that she was taken in the springtime. I know it looks like a very happy go feel type energy, but this is confirming the time, the season that she was taken. And I don't know. I won't know if she is deceased. It could be very well and possible that she's been kidnapped and she's living a very normal life. But the reading that I'm using, the spread that I do, is for people who are departed, but the energy doesn't feel like she's deceased. So I will put that disclaimer out there. I don't feel the same way when a spirit comes to me and they have been deceased in the past times that I have done these cases, but here is showing a physical new beginning, which is why I think she's still alive. So let me pull these back together and do two more splits. So this here that you are seeing in the video and listening to on the audio is a Joker in reverse, which tells me there's and it's black and white. And usually if it's in color, it has detail, right? But this is very unexpected type of new beginning. She didn't, obviously didn't know she is a child. She was born November 30th, 2011. So she was she's only 3 years old at the time of kidnapping or, missing. So the Ace of Diamonds stays the same in my right hand. Let me go ahead and do one more split. Oops. There we go. So something that I want to make clear about this case is that I know nothing. I have the poster up, so I'm going to read you a little bit about the poster before I talk about what's next. So she has brown eyes. She weighs, at the time, 27 pounds. She is a black child with black hair, 3 foot 1 inch, female. The FBI is offering a reward for up to $20,000 for information regarding her whereabouts. The remarks on the poster says that she was last seen wearing white or khaki pants, a turquoise sweater with a bear on the front, and pink tennis shoes. Now the details. Myra Lewis, age 2 at the time of her disappearance, has been missing from Mississippi since March 1st, 2014. She was last seen by family members between 10:30 a.m. and 11 a.m. playing outside her home in Camden, Mississippi. So this is the field office that you would be contacting if you know anything is in Jackson, Mississippi, when it comes to the local FBI office or nearest American embassy or consulate. Now, for the third split that I just pulled, let me show you here. There is a This is my right hand. This is the right side. I picked it up first. So this moves forward. So there is something happening here with this energy. I'm getting chills right now talking about it. But there is a woman involved, and so I don't know if it very well could be someone that knows her. It could be a family member. It could be a female family member. It could be a woman who just really, really wanted children. Obviously, I don't know anything about the person who could have taken her, but I just see a woman. So there is a woman involved. This could also be her mother. This could be a aunt, a cousin, a grandma, a sister. It could be a variety of people involved as far as like looking for her, or this person that's showing up would be the person that finds her or the person that brings in the tip. It really depends here because I'm looking at just an overview at the moment, but let me pull these cards real quick. All right, so I'm gonna just record this one time, so I hope this comes out with great audio. So in the first card that I wanted to show here is the purpose of her life. So here, this purpose right now, whether she is alive or deceased, this is the purpose. Okay, so the Six of Clubs that I have here, it usually means bringing people together, having roundtable meetings, communication, progress, things working out, bringing work, bringing some type of level of like improvement into life. Okay. And I know obviously she's two, so there's no way that she would be like in these business professional meetings, but her energy itself, like when babies are coming into this world, they come with blessings. So regardless of like that, the fact that she's missing her being present in the moment of time with her family brought progress to some degree. There was some type of motivation or momentum that was happening. And the purpose of her, she brought people together. She brings her family together. And that's what I'm really feeling. Now, the second card, I'm going to try to summarize everything as quick because this is usually like an hour-long reading. And I'm not trying to give y'all like an hour just because it does take a lot. But this here is showing King of Clubs. So it says, what are you to learn from this person's life? So for Miss Myra Lewis, if let's see, is 25, so she would be about maybe 11 years old if she is alive right now, maybe 10 or 11. But the King of Clubs, he's is a very, very specific card where there's a lot of like networking, reliability, trustworthy, being able to trust the right people. And for her, you could see in the picture that's on the poster, she's a very loving kid. She has a very loving energy. And you could tell she's a very honest, like, she's not, you know how you can just tell when kids are bad when you see them? Like, she doesn't have that energy at all. And what I feel, and this kind of confirms what I'm feeling, I don't feel like she died. I don't feel like she's dead in any way. So even though I'm using a spread that I normally would connect with spirits on, I'm connecting with her spirits to give me this information using the spread because it's going to bring answers. Now, this is Jack of Hearts. This is usually seen as a child. What are you to learn from their death? I don't feel like she's dead. Honestly, I feel like she is still very much alive. Usually when I see this kind of question in the spread, there would be someone like a death type card in there. But in the event, because I have to look at all perspectives, in the event that she is deceased for whatever reason, unfortunate, knocking on wood, she is, you're to learn how to just be happy, to be childlike, to be free, to be loving, to just be present. And you can see that in her face. Now we have the fifth card, oh no, sorry, I'm sorry, the fourth card, I think I got these mixed up. Let me see. Oh yeah, I did mix these up. Did I? Yeah. Yeah, I did do a little bit of a backward moment when I laid these out. So, let me switch those over. Cuz how I did them, I went like this. There's a whole spread in front of me. So, what was the reason behind their death? Well, like I said, I don't feel like she is dead. I feel like she is very much alive. Um, and I don't feel like in any way would this be peace and healing for the family since she is missing. But I feel like once she is located or some type of update is brought to justice for this beautiful young little girl, there will be peace and healing. That's what I do feel. I don't feel like she is deceased. Um, Here, how are you to use what you'll gain from them? So, like, what she brings to the world, right? If she was deceased. But in this moment, I don't feel like she's deceased at all. If she was deceased, this Ace of Spades would be right side up. But this is a lot of, like ungrounded energy, obviously, because she's still missing. Like, I'm not trying to like sugarcoat anything here. I'm just keeping it real with what I'm seeing and what I'm feeling. But use the energy that she is so present with to gain, the motivation, the grounding, to know that she is okay. But there needs to be a grounding in order to be able to see clearly or feel clearly the energy she's calling, right? Because she's so young when she was taken, she may not even know or remember. There are stories like that exist. Now, this next card, what do they want you to know? There is new hobbies, new momentum, new fulfillments happening. So wherever she is, there is growth. There is she isn't like an extreme, I mean, obviously she's in danger because she's not with her family, but she's doing things that she likes right now. And there's something that's really, really vibing with her, even if she doesn't remember she was kidnapped. Maybe it's something that's been stored, she's fully integrated to wherever the environment that she is, because she is like a young teenager now, or almost teen. Big kid energy. There's maybe cheerleading or sports. So that's something to keep in mind. Obviously I don't know the environment that she's in, right? I don't know the exact location that she could be, but in the efforts of helping this case, I would definitely look to where a lot of kids would typically look or enjoy, like kids do soccer, cheerleading, karate, things of that nature. Like, what is she like to the people that know her, that are listening? What is she like as a baby? What was her energy? What was she really about? Because then you can use that as a way to search around the local area, because if someone took her to another state, obviously it's going to be harder. But I don't see her traveling far. I don't see her far from home at all, because there is not a single card on here that tells me she's traveled far. I could do extra pool of cards, but what I am seeing right now is that she is doing something that she does enjoy, and it's like peace for her right now. Like, that is the energy that I'm just feeling. So I know if this irritates or triggers somebody, like, please stop listening, because this is not for you. Clearly, I am just helping in what I enjoy doing and what I am good at. Okay, so this is my way of helping these cases, and whether they get used or not, I'm doing my 2 cents for the community. I'm doing my 2 cents for Myra, because she needs somebody. All these people need somebody. There's a lot of cases on here, so there's going to be a lot of episodes. But when I'm looking at the next card, what is their greatest memory? So we talked about here already so far that I don't feel she's deceased. I feel she's very much alive. I mentioned maybe she doesn't remember being kidnapped, but she does. She remembers the moment of the ending and the new beginning. She remembers that moment, and maybe it plays in her mind. Maybe it haunts her. Maybe it's a nightmare. Maybe it's something that doesn't leave her mind, that she's never forgotten. and she knows something's off. She knows. You can tell this little girl is very intelligent. Even in the picture, you can tell she's a smart little girl. So the memory of being taken is absolutely present in her mind. What do they need that you can, oh, sorry. What do they need that you can do for them? Perfect. This is a card that we need to see. Patience. There needs to be patience with the family, because there is going to be something that comes to fruition in finding her or locating her or having some type of tip happen. Maybe looking in those organizations, just trying to see, just showing up and seeing what kid looks like what, inquiring about her poster essentially to all the organizations that tend to children and offer children activities that kids would enjoy, especially activities that she would enjoy. Put that out to those, because there's something that's happening there that I feel like she would be found. 9 is, how do they see you? So whoever is the young person, there's a young person that could be like her best friend, or like because she was so young when she was taken. So either it's someone that she knows now or someone that was in her life at that time. But this also could be how she sees me right now, is the reliable person, because usually I come out as a queen of clubs, but I feel when the search heightens and grows into this next step of, looking into these different activities for children, she's going to get seen somewhere. She's going to maybe not look the same, but she'll know. You'll just know when you see her. I feel it. I have goosebumps literally on my arm. But she is viewing everything, even as a child, like even if she is, 10, 11 years old now at this point in life, she is still a child. She is still, a trustworthy, reliable child, and she's doing her best to not be in harm's way. The other thing that I do see is that she's not blind to feeling and knowing who she can trust. Like, even though this thing has happened, even though she is missing, there is a level of intuition that she has that's very strong. She can read people like no other, and she'll know who it is that she's looking for if people are out looking for her. Not saying that it's not happening, but like, say that one cousin or that one friend she used to have, or whatever it may be, come across her as a big kid now, she may remember. It is very possible. The next card that I have here is, what advice, wisdom, or secret can they share with you? Somebody, okay, this makes a lot of sense. The person that took her is somebody who had not the best intentions, obviously. They took her. So this makes sense. Okay. Hold on. I'm excited. Let me ground. This person that took her is a man who is very controlling, or maybe very negative. And maybe this is, just throwing out what I'm feeling. The Queen of Hearts that we saw earlier could be the person that is caring for her now. And this person is the one that actually did the deed. This also could be her dad. This could be somebody who is no longer a part of, maybe the family. This could also be like somebody who was in previous careers that involved like logical thinking and maybe not as empathetic. This also could be the husband of the lady, or they could be already divorced. There is so much speculation, and I apologize that there isn't like this exact, because she's still alive. This is a reading that I do for people who are spirits and deceased. So what I am seeing here is this guy, whoever this guy is either in the medical, military, legal, some type of field where they're very stoic and they're very like, it has to be this way, and they're very logical and they're very structured, and they do this kind of like motion of like pinpointing every single thing that has to happen, because they're control freaks. So maybe they're not the best person, and maybe that's where like the split happened, and maybe she's not with him anymore and she's with a nicer woman. It's beyond me. That's beyond me at this point. how do they prefer to be contacted? So this is a Ten of Spades. Ten of Spades is about, seeing truths, seeing the reveal, seeing like through the lies. So to heighten and reignite the search for her by putting her flyer everywhere in these local areas, by putting it on the news again, bringing these cases back up and bringing them to light, she's going to see herself. She's going to see this looks like her, and she's going to have this motion of, I know who I need to talk to. It's going to ignite some type of fire in her to get back home, is how I see and feel this energy. Now, this bottom card that I have here is what last words do they have? There is an imbalance. There is, she knows there is an imbalance and something isn't right, like we mentioned, right? There is this energy where she knows that's not home. She feels it. It's kind of like when a child gets adopted and they never like truly feel home, and they're just kind of placed in foster, and that's just like that's where they're at right now, right? It's kind of like that. That's what she's feeling. I did pull another card, the last card, and there's 8 of Hearts. So I know this is the last words, but my last view here is that she is going to be reunited with her family. There is going to be progress. That is my prediction. I'm praying for her safety. I'm praying and speaking over her safety, her protection, to get her back in one piece, safe, healthy, alive, and well. And, getting her back to her family. I mean, this is going to lead into a new beginning, and may this be, the part, because remember it was like this. Now that we've seen everything, this is how it's ended, right side up here. So Miss Myra Lewis, if someone comes along and says, hey, you look really familiar, I hope you find this podcast and I hope you hear and tell me how this is for you, because I know kids are on the internet now. But if she is not on the internet and this is a family member, I'm praying for the success of her recovery and her safety and getting back alive to you guys. Lastly, if you guys have any recommendations or suggestions, please feel free to email me the case, the link, anything that you would like me to look at. I did this very quickly. Usually I do a whole other layer, but it's a lot of energy too. But yeah, I appreciate y'all taking the time to listen to this missing case review and reading on We Wonder Wednesday, and I will be doing another one. I would like to do another one next Wednesday, but doing it once a week I just feel like is not justice, so I may just be doing these and posting them daily just to get through all the cases on the FBI list. That is my goal. So I will be going through one by one off of the list that's pulled up for me right now, and I will share uniquely each one, highlight each one, so that way no one is lost and everyone is seen. I hope you take away from this more alertness and awareness to your surroundings. If you see her, I hope you help her. I hope you get her back to her family, take her to the FBI office so they can reunite. But if you don't come across that, take a look at the FBI website. See what's going on in your area, see what kind of missing, unresolved people cases are happening, and be, an advocate for your community, because that's what we need at this time. She was taken from her front yard just playing in the morning. So, there's always kids outside playing. Always have your eyes peeled. I'm Yaya with Where the Seed Falls. I'm the owner of the Rising Dandelion. You can find me on YouTube, same handle. TheRisingDandelion.com is my website. You'll also be able to see this on there. And I'll have the poster on the blog page that I'm going to post this episode on. And the link will be in the description if you need to share it. And I appreciate you listening and watching this reading. Thanks so much. Have a good day. Bye.